Yo, Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah, a festive Ramadan, Happy Kwanzaa, and a Happy Festivus to the rest of us. Your boy Jake Merrick is back for the attack. Just a little update. Chose a barrel. A lot of people aren't going to agree with the barrel choice. I did make it on a sense of a fiscal responsibility versus I want the best top tier stuff. I was on AR-15 Safe Space last night, trying to grab a drop for the FCD EPC ODGs. I must have refreshed that screen 2 million times in 2 hours. Gave up. Then they dropped it 2 hours later. However, I did notice while I was on there that they had one of the barrels that I've done research on for the Noveske. The goal was I want to go 16 this time around so I can run. This has all been pre-cleared, so nobody freak out. I want to run this ODG SOT mod on here. I'm dying to run this since I bought it. I never seem to find a place where it stays longer than a second. I don't have that many 16s, and I don't have anything pinned and welded yet, other than the gray man, but that's gray. So, the barrel. Ballistic Advantage Performance Series 416R stainless 223 Wild 16-inch barrel with a pinned gas block with a 625 gas journal, not 750. So there's going to be a 6 to 7 ounce weight savings there, which is, I was surprised by how much you actually save. The pros and cons. Well, from what I gathered watching videos and forums, doing my usual due diligence around the internet and asking some questions, the responses that weren't the snob guys just eviscerating me and your herpes go away. I was like, great, Merry Christmas, everybody. Is that 223 Wild, and stainless especially, is beneficial for accuracy if you want a tack driver. There is more excessive wear than a standard 5.56 phosphate heavier barrel that has a chrome lining. From what I also read is that the claims about fast wear on stainless can and are exaggerated a bit. You're getting a hell of a lot more than 3,000 or 5,000 rounds out of a barrel for stainless. But you're not. Are you going to get the 30 and the 50,000? No, you're not. But the goal of this Trigicon, the Noveske with the Trigicon, was to learn, along with the 16 with the Steiner, is to really put some work in 22 at the range, like I said. There's going to be some CQB type distance shooting I'm going to have to work on, but I also want to work on 50-yard, 100-yard, and 200-yard shots in groups. Since the 1 to 6 Trig is on that Noveske, the weight savings coupled with the better accuracy of 223 being a bit less expensive than 5.56, especially when you're buying 500 or 1,000 round bricks, all of that just made sense. The weight savings is going to be huge. Even as it stands right now, compared to my old Razor and my son's Geisley big fat build, this thing is pretty good. Now pull this BA 14.5 out and put in the stainless with the 625, shaving off a good 8, 9, maybe 10 ounces. Who knows? I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, I'll be able to really do a lot more with this than just long distance. So it'll be more of a do-it-all. Is it the best barrel for CQB type tactical stuff? No. I understand that. The biggest upside, this barrel normally goes for $225, $250. Got it for $162.50. When for the poors, all right? That's a good deal, all right? So even if it's not great and I change it out for a future build down the line, it's not a bad move in my book. I think I made a good call. I don't know. We'll see. Other than that, all I really need, small parts wise, I'd like to get an ESFH for the ODG Geisley. Finish that off there and get everything staked. The Sons Geisley, I stole the Radian Talon FDEs to put it on the ODG, so maybe a set of brown Talons just to finish it off, so I get rid of the mil-spec safety. And that's about it, I already got called today. There he goes again, buying more parts. It's like, dude, this has been a long plan. I need one more barrel so I can move the 14.5 over to 1.0 to get him back into functional order. Granted, 14.5 for a 10.5 combat rail isn't the best way to go. It's the way I'm going to go right now. Eventually, the 10.5 Suns and the Geisley ODG will go back in 1.0. The 11.5 Colt and the ADM will get moved back to the ODG Geisley. And then I'll get one more barrel, which is the 12.5 for the ADM that's rocking the 10.75 ADM rail. But I meant what I said going forward in 22. I'm not going to just keep buying and building and not focus on skill set. It's paramount to me. My first year, I spent a lot of time trying to figure this stuff out, taking it apart, going back and seeing all my mistakes, and then redoing lots of stuff to make sure that I'm rocking a somewhat reliable and safe firearm. I've made a lot of strides. I mean, I can put one together now pretty much with my eyes closed. Couldn't say that about 12, 13 months ago. However, I didn't get to the range anywhere near as much as I wish I would have this year. And I admit that, and that's a detriment. There's no point doing all this and not having muscle memory. And the extreme rare possibility that I have to use one of these to protect my life and liberty against crazy people trying to do me harm or my family. It's good to have that muscle memory. So I know that needs to be a priority in 22, and it is, and I've already stated that. That's the way I'm going, Well, no more builds for a while. Focus my money on ammo, range visits, and hopefully a decent training class or two, depending on how expensive those are. And keep pushing forward, man. Like I said, never give up, never surrender, I get a lot of grief online in some of these groups, from some guys. Some guys are awesome, and they give you a few jabs, but they also follow that up with some constructive criticism. Here's what I had. Here's what I did when I bought one of these, or here's why I think you should have gone another way. And they're all valid points, and you file that away and you build your knowledge level. That's how you learn. Some of them are just really haterific, horrible human beings that just, you're cancer. You're like herpes. Just go away. I hate you. I hope you die. That kind of stuff. It's like, wow, dude, you need to see a therapist. What's going on in here? Just saying. Not good. Stay positive, everybody. So that's it. Just a quick little update. Pre-Christmas, Kwanzaa, Festivus, Hanukkah, Ramadan, whatever you're into. I don't know. I don't judge. Hope you have a happy and safe holiday. You know me. I'm intermittent with these videos. We'll see what happens going forward. Barrel arrival, I don't anticipate that till late next week with Christmas and everything. I did screw up and forget the gas tube, so I had to go back and order that and pay another $7 for shipping, and then I put standard shipping, so that'll probably take 2 weeks via postal. Because, Jake Merica is always thinking. But, no rush. I would like to sneak away and get some shots on the Noveske with the 14.5 and see how it feels differently shooting it with the 16. Maybe I can make that happen sometime this week. I'd like to. I need to focus on ammo. During the ammo apocalypse, I was buying very sparingly, a few hundred here, a few hundred there. It was just so bloody expensive. I was looking back retroactively how much ammo was a year and a half or two before I started this. And it was, I was shocked, like 24 cents a round, 28 cents. And then when it's finally time for me to start putting in the range work, it's $1.12 a round, $1.25 a round. It's like, you can't afford $1,000, $1 a round. You can afford some here and there, but I'd like to buy a couple thousand round bricks, a 223 or 5.56, and it's a little more 9. Put some handgun work in. You need some ammo to shoot. So that's starting to come down a bit. So we'll try to focus on that. I might sign a 1-year membership at the FUD range. It's only like $1.50 for the year, or I think even $100. It's the outdoor one that I go to. It's a bit of a drive, but people are nice. It's outdoors. The only caveat to that is that club that I still have to go check out on a tour that I went to on my CCW class. It's just wide open fields and acres and acres. And they have all these makeshift bays with some blue barrels. That's about it. You have to bring your own targets. I'm still not sure how all that works. I think that's out of pocket. We're looking at about $400 and change, plus an assessment fee during the year. If you don't donate 5 hours of time to help clean stuff up, you have to pay another $50 on top of that. So like $500 for the year kind of thing. Which, I'm still not sure how that works. That means I'd have to buy some targets. some steel targets maybe, and some regular, maybe a dummy type thing. And the bays usually, I think they're on 25 to 30 yards in size, so they're not huge. You're not doing, it's more like CQB type stuff back and forth, almost like I see in the videos for these classes. Time trials, you know, get a timer and at the ready and bam, see how many seconds and all that crap that I still haven't figured out yet, but that's where I am. That's the choice I made. Hopefully it's not a bad one. I don't think I'm going to regret it. I like the vibe, the stain. From the aesthetic standpoint, I don't mind it. The stainless on black looks cool, you know. Functionality is more important, obviously, but I like things that look cool like everybody else does. I did swap over the FCD, BCG out and the Psionics in just to add a little piece of flair, you know what I'm saying? Plus, that Psionics is one hell of a good MP3 BCG, too. So I've gotten that thing pretty dirty for a LARPer. You know, grab a rag and a spray of cleaner, wipe it right off, oil it. Then I get shit from the dude saying, "You never shoot your guns." Well, I did shoot several hundred rounds, and I wiped it off, and now it's clean again. So I don't know how many thousands of rounds these dudes are mag dumping to destroy their surfaces of their weapons to prove that they're tactical, super duper operator guys, but I ain't gotten anywhere near that, so it is what it is. That being said, that's about it. Just a little update for you. Be safe. Don't drink and drive during the holidays or ever. Stay cool. I'll talk to you again. Peace. Merry Festivus. Woo! Finally got a little of a cool front here in north central Florida. Warming up the beast. It's the first time since I've had it. It said pre-warming procedures initiated. Had to wait 45 seconds or so till it'll start. It's not even that cold, but still kind of cool. It's Christmas time. Just wanted to send a shout out to all of you, especially my buddy TJ. Get out there and be somebody, and you have a happy new year, my friend. I wish nothing but good things for you. And to everybody, a Merry Christmas from Jake America. Good times. There's a lot of love in this room. Appreciate the feedback. Peace.